So apparently, if the rumors are to be believed, William and Kate are not happy with the coverage of Kate's return to the spotlight with her husband recently at a performance, royal something event that she attended with her husband William, dressed in a beautiful velvet green evening gown, looking very well, actually. And, they apparently the rumor is that Meghan intentionally set out to sabotage this event, to overshadow the event, to compete with the event by unleashing her photo spread in Harper's Bazaar magazine, as we all have seen at this point. And I have to say, I'm quite surprised because I mean, why am I surprised? I'm not surprised, but I'm surprised because if this is true, and I don't have any evidence that this is true, that Kate and William and their team believe that Meghan intentionally tried to overshadow Kate and William or Kate's, apparent. Um, I mean, it's because for me, how would Meghan have known that Kate would be making this appearance in the first place, right? They don't seem to have any communication going on. That's number one. But really, the number one is really, really, you guys, are you suggesting that Meghan is so dominant that a magazine photo spread slash interview overshadowed an evening at a gala with Kate dressed in green velvet? I mean, are you really saying that Meghan is that powerful and that dominant that the media focused more on her Harper's Bazaar photo shoot than on Kate's return to the global stage in a green velvet evening gown and with velvet and diamonds, etc.? I mean, really? You're saying that this photo shoot and this photo spread and this interview in Harper's Bazaar magazine dominated over William and Kate at a gala where there were thousands of people, I'm assuming, and lights, cameras, action, and a photo shoot, a black and white photo shoot, upstaged the Prince and Princess of Wales, and then you're going to also say that Meghan is a bad person for having this photo shoot or for the publishers of Harper's Bazaar on her behalf publishing this shoot which happened to come out on or around the same time as William and Kate's appearance in public in the green velvet and the tuxedo. You're saying this is Meghan's fault? You guys, I don't, as I know I say this all the time, but I don't have the words. I don't have the words. I mean, how much power they're giving Meghan, so much power, and then they turn around and they say Meghan is irrelevant, Meghan is insecure. I've seen so many headlines. Meghan doesn't know how to behave, Meghan is narcissistic, Meghan is this, Meghan is that. But I mean, if you are going to tell me that Meghan's photo shoot overshadowed Kate's night at a royal performance when Kate is all dressed up and dolled up in green velvet, you're going to tell me that this photo shoot overshadowed it, and then you're going to say that Meghan did that intentionally, then I throw my hands up. I mean, I say we need to really look at the root of the problem, right? Kate was beautiful at this event. Look at her, right? Look at William. He was dapper also, right? And I'm sure that if Meghan and Harry had gone to the same event at the Royal Performance, right, and Kate had done a photo shoot in Hello Magazine or one of those, I'm sure that all attention would have been on the Royal Performance, which says that it's not, it's not what Meghan does, or it is just who Meghan is that is at the root of this whole thing, right? So that it doesn't really matter what she does, it's always going to get attention, right? She's an icon. She's an icon, right? And she's always going to get attention. She's always going to draw attention. She's magnetic, right? She draws attention, right? And it doesn't really matter what anybody else is doing, especially the Princess of Wales and the Prince of Wales. It's unfortunate. The Prince and Princess of Wales cannot compete with the Duke and Duchess of Sussex in terms of magnetism, in terms of getting attention. And I think that they knew that back before 2020, before Harry and Meghan left the UK. I think that's why all this thing happened, because they saw it before we did. They saw it before we did. They felt it. They felt the energy of Meghan, and they felt the energy of Meghan and Harry together. It was a lot. It was a lot. It was too much. And that is why behind the scenes at the palace, things went the way they went. They were trying to destroy it. They were trying to squash it, right? They were trying to extinguish it behind the scenes because they felt that fire, that whatever that is, that's it's a strong current, right? And that is also why Harry and Meghan left, because they know that, they are who they are, and they're not going to be crushed. They're not going to be extinguished by weaker flames, you see. They're not going to be extinguished by weaker flames. And because, if you're going to tell me, look at Harry, look at Kate and William, how dapper they look. How is that not the headlines for all these different articles, all these different angles of the articles? If the people who are talking about Meghan and Harry every day on these shows, these pundits, these experts, whatever, quote unquote, I mean, talk about, if they could use this outing with Kate and William to talk about Kate and William a little bit more, whatever they can find, dig into it the way they would dig into Meghan, talk about the body language, talk about the designer, talk about the color, talk about Kate's hair, rip it apart and create sub articles from, the one event, and, spread it all over Twitter and so on. And this is actually, but in a positive way, to counterpoint all the negative things you're saying about Meghan, put all these positive things about Kate and William and drum up, the publicity, drum up the PR, drum up the interest, drum up the fascination, drum up the fandom, right? I mean, why blame Meghan?